Good evening, my friends. Life is a journey, a grand adventure filled with choices. Some choices propel us forward, while others hold us back. Today, I want to share 5 mistakes that one must never make in life. Man, these are not just errors. They are roadblocks that can delay success, happiness, and inner peace. 1. Ignoring your passion. There is nothing more painful than living a life dictated by others. Too often, people suppress their dreams to fit into society's mold. But remember, a life lived without passion is a life half-lived. Do not silence the fire within you. Nurture it, chase it, and give it wings. 2. Letting fear control you. Fear is a deceiver. It whispers doubts into your mind, making you believe you are incapable. How many dreams have been buried because of the fear of failure? How many opportunities have slipped away because of the fear of judgment? Courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action despite it. Break free from its chains and take that first step. 3. Disrespecting time. Time is the most precious gift, yet the most wasted resource. Many take it for granted, assuming there is always tomorrow. But tomorrow is never promised. Do not delay what must be done today. Whether it is learning a new skill, mending a broken relationship, or working towards your goals, do it now. Time waits for no one. 4. Surrounding yourself with negative people. You become the company you keep. If you surround yourself with doubters, complainers, and those who drain your energy, you will struggle to rise. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, uplift you, and bring out the best in you. Your environment shapes your destiny. 5. Giving up too soon. Many people quit just before success knocks on their door. Challenges will come. Obstacles will test you. But quitting should never be an option. Remember, every failure is a stepping stone to greatness. Keep pushing forward. One more try, one more step. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Final words. Life does not give second chances easily. It rewards those who learn, grow, and refuse to make the same mistakes over and over again. So promise yourself today, never let these 5 mistakes define you. Stand tall, walk with purpose, and live a life of greatness. Passion is the heartbeat of a meaningful life. It is the force that drives individuals to wake up with excitement, to push forward despite obstacles, and to pour their energy into something that feels deeply fulfilling. Yet, many people ignore their passion due to societal expectations, fear of failure, or the comfort of stability. They trade their dreams for security, believing that practicality is more important than purpose. However, a life without passion is like a bird without wings, existing but never truly soaring. From an early age, people are often conditioned to follow a structured path. Study hard, get a stable job, earn a good salary, and settle down. While there is nothing wrong with stability, it should not come at the cost of one's true calling. Many individuals suppress their desires because they are told their dreams are unrealistic or unprofitable. Or they bury their passions under responsibilities and expectations, thinking they will revisit them later. But as time passes, those dreams fade, leaving behind a lingering sense of regret. Fear is another powerful reason people ignore their passion. The fear of failing, of being judged, or of stepping into the unknown keeps many trapped in mediocrity. Society often glorifies success stories, but rarely talks about the struggles behind them. Every great achiever, from artists to entrepreneurs, faced moments of doubt and rejection. The difference is that they chose to persist. The journey toward passion is rarely smooth. It is filled with risks and uncertainties. But the greatest risk is looking back and wondering, what if? People also hesitate to follow their passion because they believe they are not good enough. They compare themselves to experts and assume they do not have what it takes. However, mastery is a result of consistent effort. Every skilled musician was once a beginner. Every successful entrepreneur started with an idea. The key is to start to embrace the learning process and to allow passion to grow through action. Talent is valuable, but persistence and dedication transform passion into success. Society often associates passion with grand achievements, but passion is not always about fame or fortune. It is about doing something that brings fulfillment. It could be painting, writing, teaching, or even gardening. The skill does not matter. What matters is the joy it brings. Some people find passion in their careers, while others pursue it as a hobby. What is important is to make space for it in daily life. Ignoring passion can lead to an unfulfilled existence. Many people work jobs they do not love, living for the weekends, counting days instead of making them count. Over time, this drains their energy, creativity, and motivation. They may achieve financial success, but without passion, there is a void that material wealth cannot fill. A passionless life feels routine, repetitive, and uninspired. Those who embrace their passion, however, find a different kind of wealth. One that fuels their soul, gives meaning to their efforts, and makes even challenges worthwhile. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that hold people back from reaching their true potential. It exists in many forms: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, and even fear of success. It whispers doubts into the mind, creating imaginary barriers that prevent action. So, many dreams remain unfulfilled because fear convinces people that they are not capable or that the risk is too great. It keeps them trapped in their comfort zones, afraid to take the steps necessary for growth. The problem is that comfort zones do not lead to greatness. They create an illusion of safety while slowly suffocating ambition and progress. Fear often originates from past experiences or societal conditioning. From an early age, people are taught to avoid risks and prioritize security. While caution is necessary in certain situations, excessive fear limits opportunities. Many individuals hesitate to start something new because they remember a past failure. They let one setback define their entire potential, forgetting that failure is simply a lesson, not a final outcome. Every successful person has faced failure at some point. But what sets them apart is their decision to push through despite it. The fear of judgment is another major obstacle. People worry about what others will say if they make a mistake or choose a different path. They seek validation and hesitate to step outside societal norms. This fear often prevents individuals from pursuing their dreams, leading them to settle for what is acceptable rather than what truly excites them. The truth is, no matter what choices a person makes, there will always be opinions. Some will support, some will criticize, but none of it should dictate one's actions. The greatest regret comes from realizing that decisions were made based on external pressures rather than internal desires. Fear also distorts reality, making challenges seem bigger than they are. It convinces people that they are not ready, that they need more time, more skills, or more resources before taking action. The mind creates worst-case scenarios that rarely ever happen, leading to endless hesitation. However, confidence is not something that exists before action. It is something that grows through action. The first step is always the hardest, but once it is taken, fear begins to lose its power. The more a person faces their fears, the weaker those fears become. One of the greatest truths about fear is that it thrives on avoidance. The longer it is entertained, the stronger it becomes. When people avoid difficult situations, they reinforce the belief that those situations are too overwhelming. However, when they confront what scares them, they realize that fear was just an illusion. It is not the situation itself that creates fear, but the way the mind perceives it. By shifting perspective and taking action despite fear, individuals unlock possibilities they never imagined. Each step forward weakens fear's grip, replacing it with strength, resilience, and newfound confidence. Time is the most valuable resource a person possesses, yet it is often taken for granted. Unlike money, which can be earned back, or material possessions, which can be replaced, time moves forward without pause. Once a moment is gone, it can never be reclaimed. People often believe they have plenty of time, pushing their dreams and responsibilities into the future, thinking they will always have another chance. However, the reality is that time is unpredictable, and waiting too long can lead to missed opportunities, regret, and unfulfilled potential. Procrastination is one of the biggest ways people disrespect time. They delay important tasks, convincing themselves that tomorrow will be a better day to start. They postpone learning new skills, beginning a passion project, or even making necessary life changes. This habit creates a cycle where days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Before they realize it, precious time has slipped away. The truth is, there is never a perfect time to begin. Waiting for the right moment often results in never starting at all. Those who understand the value of time take action despite uncertainty, knowing that progress is made in the present, not in an imaginary future. Many people spend their time on distractions that add little to their growth or happiness. Endless scrolling through social media, engaging in gossip, or indulging in meaningless entertainment may provide temporary pleasure, but they do not contribute to personal development. While relaxation is important, excessive time wasted on unproductive activities steals from the future. Successful individuals understand that time must be invested wisely. Every hour spent should bring them closer to their goals, whether through learning, working on their craft, or strengthening relationships. Being mindful of how time is used creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment. People also disrespect time by staying in situations that do not serve them. Whether it is a toxic relationship, an unfulfilling job, or a negative environment, many remain stuck because they fear change. They convince themselves that things will improve on their own, wasting years in places that drain their energy and potential. Every moment spent in the wrong place is a moment taken away from the right one. Recognizing when to walk away and choosing to invest time in what truly matters is a crucial step toward a meaningful life. Another common mistake is failing to appreciate the present. Many people live either in the past, holding on to regrets, or in the future, constantly waiting for happiness to arrive. They believe that success, wealth, or the next big achievement will bring fulfillment. However, true joy comes from making the most of today. Cherishing moments with loved ones, celebrating small victories, and being fully engaged in daily experiences create a life of richness and depth. The most successful and content individuals are those who understand that time is not just something to be managed, but something to be honored and embraced with intention. The people one surrounds themselves with have a profound impact on their mindset, choices, and overall direction in life. The environment a person exists in shapes their thoughts, influences their decisions, and either propels them towards success or holds them back in stagnation. Negative people drain energy, create doubt, and fill the mind with unnecessary fears. They project their own insecurities onto others, discouraging ambition and limiting the potential for growth. Many dreams have been crushed not by failure itself, but by the words of those who never dare to try. Negativity is contagious, just like positivity. Spending time with individuals who constantly complain, criticize, or dwell on problems rather than solutions can slowly erode confidence and motivation. Their pessimism creates an atmosphere where self-doubt thrives, making it harder to take risks or pursue goals. Over time, their influence becomes a heavy weight, keeping people stuck in the same place, afraid to move forward. Those who surround themselves with negativity often find themselves adopting the same limiting beliefs, viewing life through a lens of fear instead of possibility. Negative people often discourage others from chasing their dreams because they have given up on their own. They fear change, so they resist it, not only in their own lives, but also in the lives of those around them. When someone dares to break free from the cycle of mediocrity, these individuals respond with skepticism, criticism, or even jealousy. They downplay achievements, highlight potential risks, and subtly plant seeds of doubt, making success seem unattainable. Their words, if internalized, become barriers that prevent progress. Toxic relationships, whether friendships, family ties, or workplace associations, drain mental and emotional energy. Being constantly surrounded by negativity creates stress, anxiety, and frustration. It becomes difficult to focus on goals or maintain a positive outlook when every conversation is filled with complaints, criticism, or gossip. These relationships create an invisible cage where potential is suppressed and enthusiasm is replaced with exhaustion. Identifying these toxic influences and taking steps to distance oneself from them is essential for mental well-being and personal growth. On the other hand, the right environment can elevate and inspire. Being around people who uplift, challenge, and encourage growth fosters a mindset of success. Positive, ambitious individuals create an atmosphere of possibility where taking risks feels exciting rather than terrifying. Their words empower rather than discourage, their actions motivate rather than drain, and their presence fuels progress rather than hindering. Surrounding oneself with those who have a strong vision, unwavering determination, and a belief in possibilities creates a foundation for achieving greatness. Growth requires making intentional choices about relationships and environments. It means recognizing who adds value and who takes it away. It involves seeking out those who inspire, push boundaries, and challenge limitations. The people one chooses to keep close should reflect the future they desire, not the fears that hold them back. Energy is precious, and wasting it on the wrong company is one of the greatest barriers to success and fulfillment. Many people give up just before they reach success, not realizing how close they were to their breakthrough. Challenges, failures, and setbacks are inevitable in any journey, but they are not signs to quit. They are tests of resilience, patience, and determination. The path to success is rarely straight. It is filled with obstacles that separate those who truly want it from those who only wish for it. The ones who achieve greatness are not always the most talented or the luckiest. They are the ones who refuse to give up, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Doubt often creeps in when progress is slow or when repeated failures occur. The mind begins to question if the effort is worth it, if the struggle will ever pay off. Many people quit at this stage, believing that success is beyond their reach. They assume that others who have succeeded must have had an easier path, not realizing that every successful person has faced their own share of failures. What sets them apart is their refusal to let failure define them. They see each setback as a lesson, an opportunity to learn, adjust, and try again with greater wisdom. Patience is a crucial part of any long-term goal. In a world that glorifies instant gratification, many expect immediate results and lose motivation when they do not see quick progress. They compare their journey to others, feeling discouraged when they see someone else achieving faster results. However, success is not a race. Success is not a race. Every individual has their own timeline, and growth often happens in ways that are not immediately visible. Seeds do not sprout overnight, and neither do achievements. The process of persistence, learning, and adaptation is what ultimately leads to lasting success. Fear of failure also plays a major role in why people give up too soon. The thought of failing again, of facing rejection or criticism, can be overwhelming. Some people convince themselves that it is better to quit early than to risk failing further down the road. But failure is never final unless quitting makes it so. Every time an effort is made, progress is being built, even if it is not immediately visible. The biggest regrets in life do not come from failure, but from the realization of what could have been if only persistence had continued. Resilience is a skill that must be developed over time. It grows each time an obstacle is overcome, each time a failure is turned into a lesson, and each time the decision is made to try again despite difficulties. Those who succeed understand that the journey will not always be easy, but they keep moving forward. They remind themselves why they started, focus on the bigger picture, and push past the temporary pain of setbacks. Every great achievement in history was once considered impossible until someone proved otherwise. The difference between those who make it and those who do not is simply the choice to keep going, no matter what.